we all hold the same love for land and for farming.
Come on, girls.
We treasure all of that very much. Things like that are just such a part of our family.
We put 70 acres of grove in last year, right here on inside the city limits. So we're definitely trying to continue to sink our roots into this town and stay in agriculture. And it's what we want to do.
James Shin's family has farmed in Lake Alfred for nearly 100 years. Signs of their legacy are everywhere, including the Shin family homestead, built at the turn of the last century. Generations of Shins have grown up here, and it now serves as the office for Trio Groves, the name of their family business. James, his wife Deborah, and mother Betty all work here with longtime employee Terry Kuhn. This farm and entire town was built back when citrus was king.
William Shin decided that citrus was a really great thing, and it was being pushed terrifically around here anyway, as the best business you could get into. So he began to plant groves.
The Shins survived the Great Depression, multiple citrus freezes and diseases, and are now battling the booming development of Central Florida. Lake Alfred has grown up around their house and farm, becoming a bedroom community of Orlando and Tampa. James has worked here his entire life and says many of the historic groves planted by his ancestors and other founding families are gone forever.
You know, every time you lose one of these pieces, you don't get them back. You know, this 27 corridor is a prime example of that. We're losing the best citrus land in the world is being taken over, and we aren't going to get it back.
These challenges have created opportunities for the Shins to innovate and diversify their operations. The family is also committed to protecting portions of undeveloped Central Florida. Part of the Trio Groves property is less than 20 miles from Walt Disney World, in the heartland of the Floridan aquifer, the Green Swamp. This swamp forms the headwaters of 4 major Florida rivers, and local experts say the Shins have gone to great lengths to conserve it.
And over the years, the practices that he's adopted over time have been those that to try to enhance and improve water quality of everything he does up here and still produce a crop, an economic crop that he can make a living off of.
Best management practices include using microjet sprinklers to concentrate water and fertilizer at the base of the trees. Using compost prevents an excessive release of nutrients and water runoff. Exotic plant species are removed from the groves and destroyed. Perennial peanut provides environmentally friendly ground cover. Most of the groves in the Green Swamp area are surrounded by natural buffers set aside by the Shins to encourage wildlife habitats.
I feel a calmness as we drive up to the Green Swamp, and it's just, I don't even know how to express it, but it's just a very calm, comfortable feeling, knowing that we are there and that we are able to show that it has been kept and protected almost as God would have planned it to be, and I love that.
The land, the water, the wildlife, all of these things, go with being a good steward of the property that you have, and that you have the privilege of taking care of, and and providing for your family at the same time.
James uses environmentally friendly methods to fight his latest battle, citrus greening. Greening is a disease caused by a tiny invasive insect called the Asian citrus psyllid. Reflective ribbon is one technique used to keep bugs away from the trees. Another innovative idea James has deployed is a simple device called the Tree Defender. This product protects trees when they are young and most vulnerable, while reducing the use of pesticides.
We're basically using a mesh bag that's form-fit to the trees that creates basically a microenvironment for that tree.
The University of Florida's Citrus Research and Education Center is located near the Shin's Lake Alfred groves. James is partnering with researchers here to help find other ways to fight the disease.
We got multiple rootstocks out here on Hamlin and Valencia varieties to see which ones react the best and grow the best in presence of greening.
While James counts on citrus making a comeback, he is also diversifying into cattle and another crop that grows on trees, peaches. Trio Groves is now one of the largest peach producers in Central Florida.
It's a very good peach. It's an early peach. We can start picking it into March. There's no one on the market at that time, so there is a market window. We have plenty of room to sell that peach.
As a Florida peach pioneer, James is willing to share his experience and knowledge with fellow citrus growers. While both grow on trees, citrus and peach production methods are quite different.
Peaches have leaves on the tree 9 months out of the year. Citrus is an evergreen. So there's a lot of things that we've had to learn differently, especially if you think about just irrigation requirements. If you don't have leaves on your tree, you probably don't need a lot of water.
Many of the Trio Groves peaches are planted in downtown Lake Alfred, giving a whole new meaning to urban farming.
This is a commercial farm, right? These are blocks in town where we manage them, and we manage it just like we manage any other block. But we have to be a little different, careful about it.
As the fourth generation on this land, James and Deborah know how important it is to preserve it for future generations, including their own children.
This house and the grove around us, the orchard around us, the groves, what their dad does is such a huge part of their legacy, and that's important to them.
Family, agriculture, and the love of the land. The Shin's 100-year legacy remains strong in Lake Alfred.
I think it's important, and I think, that's the way God intended it to be. Here's this land, now do something with it and be good with it. So it's important.
I was born close by here. My children were born here. Their children have been born here, and some of my children's children have children, and they've been born here as well, which is just very, very warming to me. I love it. And I don't want us to forget Florida as it has always been, and I'm so proud of it. So proud of the state.